right. Well then, thanks for being the first guest.
Of course, dude. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, so I guess if you want to say who you are and what you do.
I'm Joe, aka Randy. I guess I gotta include that now because a lot of people think that's my actual name. But I'm Joe. I'm 414 Custom Dye. I dye discs in my bedroom, man.
Very cool. Yeah, I kept calling you Randy, and you're like, no, I'm Joe. I'm like, oh crap.
I don't mind. I think it's funny, but like, I do try to let people, like, if I meet you in real life, like, I'll at least let you know that what, like if you keep calling me Randy, like, it doesn't make a difference to me. But like, I feel like out of respect for like people, it's like I'm gonna tell you what my real name is though. Like,
yes. So I guess we'll get to your origin story. What got you into disc golf?
I mean, let's see. I moved to Wisconsin when I was 17, and I used to skateboard a lot when I was like in high school, and I think like I went to the skate park like where I moved to, which is like southeast suburbs of Milwaukee, Franklin, Wisconsin. And I was just like, man, this isn't really that fun by myself, and I kind of fell into like hanging out with people that like started playing disc golf, and I picked up like a champion katana from Sports Authority, like, and like I think the first time that I realized I was like really into disc golf was like there was like a senior event, and since I was like a new kid senior year, like I was like, well, I ain't going to that. And I spent that time, like, I think I got another disc from like somebody that was like, oh yeah, somebody that I knew in high school was like, hey, if you let me bum one of those cigarettes, you keep that disc.
Greatest deal ever.
It was a Maverick Red 100, like, for sure. So like it was totally worth. Or I think he was like, if you give me like a couple more throughout the round, and I was like, yeah. I don't even know, it was red, I don't remember.
Nice.
And I spent that time like that there was like a senior night situation, like playing disc golf by myself, and I was like, yeah, this is one of those things, and here we are.
That's awesome. So what does disc golf mean to you?
It means like a whole lot. Like, I think it's definitely something that like I try to take lessons from disc golf and like apply them to real life, or maybe even like vice versa. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing more humbling than taking a 5 and like the lesson that I've like, you know what I mean? Or like just like you're about to hit a birdie and you just end up really shitting her on the green, you know, and you just end up taking like a 6 off something that was a birdie or something. And then like the ability to carry over that to the next hole and be like, I don't care. Like keep the vibes up. Like when like that's something that like I feel like has like relayed to a lot of different things in my life. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's definitely a mental game, and not to carry that negativity to the next hole or the next part of your life.
Yeah. And like I don't look at my score. I think I told you that while like we were playing together. But like I don't look at my score, and like I feel like I almost try to like emulate that in life. Like you gotta like reflect, like, you know, you reflect on the ways that you did badly during the round afterwards. And like I feel like it's like the same thing. Like it's like you gotta roll with what happens like to a degree, and like not look at the score until after. Like, you know what happened, you know what I mean? You just like gotta not like be looking at it. You don't need a constant reminder, and then when it's over be like, all right, well this time I'm gonna fix this, because, you know, you just think back to all the holes and like, I don't know. That's a kind of an odd outlook, I think, but like, seems to work better for me.
Absolutely. All right. So what got you into disc dyeing?
I was thinking about like getting into it. I had seen some things, or for years really it had been like, oh, that would be a cool thing to try. Like, you know, like in just like such a distant like other thing. And then like I don't know, I started seeing some things, and then I was in the Play It Again, and I saw We Die You Flies bin, and I just started looking through their stuff and just like drooling. Like, and I was like, oh dude, I gotta try this now. And then like I think that day, like I bought some like used like things to try things out on, and I just like totally browned out like a whole bunch of discs. But I bought this this like darker purple, like, but they still got like a 6 stencil on it somehow, like Neo Enigma, that was super light, and I crushed it all the way through the winter, and I lost it at Johnson like this year. So whoever picked that up, like like I hope you're enjoying it. Like,
Nice. So, speaking of that, what was the first thing that you tried to dye, and how'd that go?
I think the first thing that I dyed was a Glow Champ Innovator with a Sandy Point stamp on it, and it was not great.
I was gonna say, champion, way to go for your first one.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was really in the dark for a little bit there, but you learn quick, like, you know, like.
You know, my first was DX plastic. I'm like, this shit ain't dying.
You know, I think one of the first ones I tried was EXO, and I don't know why, because EXO's like Discmania's like Evo DX or whatever. Do I have to explain that? I don't know. I feel like whoever's watching this probably already knows. Maybe.
You know, it's for everybody, beginners and experts.
I'd be forgetting everything about plastic.
Yeah. Well, what I've learned is if it's shiny, it's most likely dyeable, and if it's dull, it's not.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. But
yeah, it went, the loon was bad. I can find a picture of it. Like it, but I still have it because it's like, that's the first one. It's just like dark purple, because I think I did it okay at first, and then like I tried to do like another layer, and it was shaving cream, like push, like just like basic, you know. But I just did way too much blue, so all it really did was come out blue, and it like didn't really glow anymore.
Nice. Yeah, that the shaving cream and the Cham plastic is very difficult.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I would be able to get that right now, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think I would either. What's one thing you want the guild to know about you?
I think that I want the guild to know that, like, I definitely have a really fluid way of approaching, like, that's like a pun and I didn't even mean it. but like, I like fluid as in like I'm just throwing it at the wall, like the way that I developed what is like my method, which I don't know if I really even have something to be considered a method at this point, because I still do kind of whatever seems right.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, all right, I'll take like a little bit of knowledge from this, because I've done a lot of like drooling over like people better than me in the Dyers page and like that kind of stuff, in like figuring out what they do, and I feel like I've kind of pulled a little bit, and like, you know, I still be sending them and being like, sometimes, you know, like, but you know, it is what it is, dude. That's like part of the deal.
What do you do for a living?
I'm an industrial electrician. Yeah, so I've been a lot of conduit, install a lot of big old wire. It's a good time. I work with some good guys.
Brighto. Yeah, it's interesting to see what people have for day jobs.
You know what? Have I asked you that?
I don't know. Have you? If you don't know, then you probably haven't.
All right, what's your day job?
Well, I would say a creative. So a graphic designer, photographer, videographer.
Oh, okay,
web person.
yeah. Well, you were telling me about that whole thing before. That's your whole thing?
That's my freelance, so I do that
Okay.
on the side, but I do work for a company.
Okay,
in-house.
so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's you got the whole thing going. That's what you definitely know what you're doing. You
Yeah.
know what you're into.
I tell people that I have creative ADHD, so I want to learn one thing and I will learn it all, then I get bored with it, then I want to learn something else. Hence all this crap.
Yeah. No, yeah. This place is the absolute cave. Like I as well have creative HD. I don't know if I've never, I don't know, I think you're the first person who I've heard call it like creative. But like I like it. I like that.
Yeah.
But I also have ADHD. And it's apparent by what you got going on here, and I'm all the way here for it, dude.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of creatives have that. Maybe it just makes them better than other people.
Yeah.
Who knows? Dying to know. Let people learn more about your disc dyeing. So, what plastic do you like to dye?
I'm really big into Castplast. It's both a throwing and a like dyeing thing for me. Like it's like I try to not like, cause like I don't know, they're kind of gaining more steam like as far as popularity. Like it's kind of like I don't know, that everything that I've tried by them, because I was all Discmania in the bag for a while, because, and I still throw a lot of Discmania, and like, but like I kind of realized that for one, like life's too short to not, like there's too much good discs out there, man. Like there's so much that's something I learned from dying, is that life's too short to pick a brand and stick to it, like unless they're paying you know what I mean? And I ain't never gonna be getting paid to throw the way I throw, I'll tell you what.
Clear as throat as I have an MVP Axiom bag exclusive bag.
Yeah, well, hey man, I mean, I just encourage you to try it all. There's too much to try.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty much like still almost strictly Discmania and Castplast in the bag, but I got so much stuff that I'm like, oh, I really want to try this, but like I ain't taking nothing out, like you know, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I've honestly never dyed any Castplast. My friend did, and what else his first time dyeing? That Berg.
Did it go okay?
Yeah, I mean, no bubble,
That's good.
but it looked like poop.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, you know, that's at least like one win, because the bubble be getting you, dude. I've had some beef with the bubble, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
But like the taco method is it even is a little tricky sometimes, but like
He didn't get a bubble, but we're trying to not get the bubble, and it kind of smeared it.
oh, because you like did it snap back into the bed?
Yeah.
I've done
just
that.
kind of slowly.
I've done that, and I've had it ruin it and not ruin it. I've had not a good enough grip on on the edges, and it like I've splashed it like I'm not gonna take it out at that point. Like at that point we're in this. Like,
We're sending it.
yeah, and it worked out. Like it did work out real good one time, but there's a few times where I've been like, damn.
So for that one, what bed did you have? Was it a lotion, glue?
That one, probably. I think it was Floetrol.
Hmm.
Is that how you say it?
That's how I say it.
Okay, good. Because like I see the word written on the internet all the time, but like I don't really have anybody in real life to talk about Floetrol with. So like it's like every Castplast disc, I just decide what it sounds like it's gonna be called and call it that.
Yeah.
And then I see a video of somebody, like I saw like Luke Sampson's in the bag, and the way that those are really pronounced, I'm like, oh man. But like I decided which one of the real pronunciations I'm actually gonna say, because some of them I'm just like, dude, I'm not saying that.
not gonna happen.
But
So it's for the Castplast, it's the K1 plastic, right?
yeah, and K1 Soft is fantastic, but it does fade faster because it's soft. But it's such a great plastic.
Is that like the Innova Pro plastic, I believe?
Well, Pro's like middle between DX and like Star, kind of, right?
I think so. Anyways.
It's like lower grade than premium, but it's still like a premium plastic. And I think it beats in faster than K1 just because of the fact that it's soft. But it's still pretty sturdy. Like it's definitely something I would consider it like just a straight soft premium. Like, which is like, there's other stuff that can kind of be compared to it, and I'm sure there's stuff I don't know about that's like the same thing, but as far as like premium that's like that soft, I don't know of anything that like, I'm honestly waiting for like other brands to kind of follow suit, because I like a premium soft grace, dude, you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like that'd be cool.
Yeah, I guess I never tried dyeing K1 Soft because I just figured it would fade super fast.
It does.
Yeah.
But like my faded ones are still pretty. I'm probably gonna do less of it unless it's like a request because it's such great plastic. Like that's the other. Like it's such great plastic to throw, like especially in the winter.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Do you have a favorite dye brand or color that you like to use?
I use pretty much all Pro Chemical. Just because it's worked better than anything I've used. I use some worm dip. I use like a couple worm dips. I use clear worm dip to dilute Pro Chemical a lot, and I also use like purple and red to like mix with other purples and reds to make my spinners or my like acetone dilutes for spinning.
So you use clear worm dip with ProChem?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Dude. Like if you wanted...
So what's the difference between that and like mixing with acetone?
Well, like clear, you have to get like clear, I think all clear worm dip is like UV radiant. Like it, like so you can turn like it doesn't like always straight up turn it UV radiant, but like if you have like an already UV radiant dye or a dye that like could be like that instead of acetone, or like sometimes I do a little bit like I do like that, like you know maybe 20% acetone, and like because it's more expensive too, so it's like you know, but it helps the UV radiance like under a glow light a lot. Cause like, and that's the other, the purple and the red that I have. I think they might have non-UV radiant worm dip. I don't really know that much about worm dip if I'm being honest. But like all the two colors and the clear that I have are UV radiant, and that's the move.
Yeah. Huh. I did not know that.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Favorite colors? I really, really like, I think it's Neon Cerise Pink by PCAD, and yeah, I feel like I use a lot of Neon Lemon Zest. The PCAD neons are pretty good. Like they're super bright.
I like the bright colors. One, they look cool, and two, if you lose your disc, they're easier to find.
I have to branch out more because I find myself using like the same group of 4 or 5. But like they're working, you know, like, but like I'm trying to like orchestrate more reds in there. I'm not the biggest red person, but like other people like red. I really like purple, but like I gotta be careful with purple. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I like to stack purple and pink because it's got to be bright enough to be found. But purple's great.
Yeah, I agree. You kind of answered this before, but do you think you have a signature style or method? If someone sees your disc, they're like, oh yeah, that's 4 and 4.
I don't know. I would say not quite, because I haven't really. I'm getting closer.
Yeah.
Because for a while it was kind of. Like for a while, I don't know, because it's so fluid. Like it changes so much. Like I don't know. Maybe I should try and work on like honing in that. Because I just usually like my style is literally sending it. So like
yeah,
you know. So like it's different things. Like it's going more into like a pour like flow style. Like more cells, more of that kind of thing. But I'm also kind of still like I'll do a flip cup, or I'll do a pour, or I'll do like whatever. Like I'll put it in there and I'll do a saran pull and blow it, or like something, you know. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything like I've done a bunch of those hummingbird stencils. Because those are like, it's like a super basic stencil that I really like, because I ain't got the patience for all that. And I always like stencils are not that's one thing that like, that's where like I respect you for all your lines. Like I can do it. I've done it before. But like like the real detail, like that Simpsons one that you did, like
Yeah.
I would have fucked that up.
It takes a lot of time, and if you are selling something like that, you do not make a lot of money for the amount of time you put into
Yeah,
it.
like I mean, I do respect though. Like I mean, like there's not like a line out of place. Like you want to see, one of the stencils that I've totally completely blown it on this moon one. No, this is the second one. The other one was on his face. I don't even think I have a picture of it because it's bad.
It's not bad. Looks like there's some bleeding, but
Yeah, there's more bleeding like in places that you can't really. Yeah, it it didn't work out. But like, that's part
at least
of it.
you tried.
Yeah, and I mean, I ain't afraid of a bad round.
One thing that I want to do with stencils is do the negative, where you have the stencil and you put it in bed and you take off the stencil. So
That'd be cool.
yeah.
I've done like a stencil, like a rebed with a stencil on there. Like, instead of like putting the stencil on and like hot tipping.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's turned out cool and also failed. Or like sometimes I'll just like make like really, really thick and like pretty condensed like black lotion Floetrol or whatever color, but like just make it super like meaty. Like just dilute a lot of dye into like it's like a Floetrol lotion mix, which is a lot of what my stuff ends up being. Like I cut my flow with like a good amount of lotion, and I like kind of like vary it depending upon the consistency I'm looking for, I guess.
So that's interesting that you cut it. Are you looking for consistency, or is there like different properties when you cut it?
Factually, I have no idea.
It just works.
So but the lotion will make the flow like thicker.
Yeah.
And like sometimes like the lotion, like the lotion lines are sometimes like, you want a more thicker, like less runny. Like if you're looking for like a fluid, like you want to go heavier on the flow. So like I kind of like, or like if you're trying to stack cells, or like, and I'm still not really that good at cells. Like there's some people, dude, there are some people that absolutely destroy it on some cells, and I'm not one of those people, but maybe one day I will be.
I've never tried yet, so I don't know.
It's a good time, but it can be frustrating.
Yes.
It can be like I'm just scratching the surface, I feel like, but it's really cool to like when you get a good one, it's like ooh, like it's
nice.
A very rewarding feeling.
Nice. So I was also thinking for consistency of mediums, if it's like really thin, I was wondering if you could ever use like cornstarch.
Now I've never tried.
Well, because I'm trying to think of like when you're cooking stuff and you want to make things thicker, like a thicker type of soup, you put either flour or potentially cornstarch.
That's interesting.
So I've never tried. I don't know if anybody else has ever tried it, but
what about like? Okay, now this is a this is a shot in the dark, dude. What about like baby powder?
Potentially, yeah. I feel like any kind of powder to thicken it up.
I'm just thinking because like and I don't, and like obviously like the reason that we use skin products is because of like the absorption qualities and like its ability to like go into pores, right? And like I think I'm just assuming that like
potentially if it can go into pores in skin, it can go into the pores of the disc.
Right. And like heat opens the pores of the plastic. So baby powder's for skin.
It is. It's so you don't get chafing, but yes.
Well, right. But like, do you like? I don't know. Or like, is there another kind of powder that you put on your skin? Dude, maybe it's cornstarch. Maybe you were right the first time, and now I'm overthinking it.
Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's to experiment. So you're gonna probably leave here, go to the grocery store, buy cornstarch, flour, and baby powder.
I think I have at least cornstarch and flour.
Yeah.
We never put the baby powder,
Yeah.
which is like probably a good. I don't know. Isn't that the cancerous one?
Well, they say that's like really fine powder can get into the kids' lungs, which isn't great for them. So.
Yeah. I mean, like just for better half sake, then maybe I don't know. Never had a need to go buy it, so like.
Yeah.
Here we are.
So for your beds, do you use heat?
Yes.
And what do you use?
I use like overhead heat lamps.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I have a setup of two 250 watt, I want to say, but I'm not 100% sure. They're just like the big red ones.
Gotcha.
I had tried a white one. My eyes. So like I don't know what I was thinking. I think I might have even not realized that I grabbed a white one because it was definitely by a bunch of red ones, but would not recommend white heat lamp.
That's what I have.
A white one?
Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah.
Does it hurt your eyes?
Well, I don't look at it.
Well, that's fair.
I mean, how far do you have it away from your bed?
Like 24 inches.
Oh, well, I kind of send it. I think it's maybe like 9 to 12 inches.
How many watts you doing?
I think it's 250.
How long you sit it under there?
Not very long. I'm like, I want to get this done.
That's fair.
Just nuke
That's
the thing.
fair. The thing is, like, I'm worried about that because I always, like, the timer on the oven, you know, like, because I'll set one down and then go run an errand, and then I'm like, oh shit, it's been 2 hours. We got like I'm speeding home. Like I gotta pull that thing. I gotta like
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, I think I normally I've been sending for less time in general and opting for more time on the sit.
Yeah.
But I might start playing around with my sit times.
It's kind of an accident of how I found this is I used a lot of heat and I had it in a clear glue bed with the dye on the top, and I think it was like a star plastic, and I had it in there for an hour with the heat lamp, and it was basically done.
Clear glue.
Yeah. So the dye, it was completely saturated. It looked like it's been sitting. So
Was it a real dye heavy bed?
maybe. I mean, I'm relatively new to glue beds, so.
So what I've been like seeing and also have experienced is that like with clear glue, it kind of just liquefies the glue, and a lot of people don't use heat for their clear glue, but a lot of people do, and I have before and have seen benefits. But what, if you're the supposed thought, I think, or like at least a good amount that I've seen, is that like it'll liquefy and then your glue will lower beneath or your dye will lower beneath the glue, and like you'll just have kind of like a lake. And if you had a specific design in there, it's not going to hold the more liquefied it is.
I also found this on accident with the clear glue. Is I put my disc in the bed, and for whatever reason, it's like, oh fuck, there's an air bubble, so I lifted it up, which I was like, I probably shouldn't have done that, but I feel like the glue makes it stick to the disc. Like whatever pattern you had on the bed just stays there. I put it back down and it was fine. No smearing, no nothing. So I feel like once you put it down in the glue, and if you lift it up right away and you put it back down, you're fine.
I've never tried that.
Yeah.
I think, well, like as far as the disc wise, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Just
so
if you
all the dye was on the dye is on the surface of the glue, and the glue and the disc kind of smash the dye in between, so the glue kind of holds the dye onto the disc. But
yeah.
Anyways, I found that, I was like, I didn't fuck it up.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's no rules, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's my favorite part.
Yes.
Like, tell me I can't throw some, like, that's what I love doing is like especially like if I have like one that's like either, because like I'll grab a river disc, for sending over the river and not being mad if I can't find it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I always just absolutely send those, and just like it's gonna be ugly, like we're gonna see what happens here.
And that's how you learn, is you just experiment and trial and error.
I mean, if it worked, try it again.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But I I don't have the patience for these long wait times for these beds, so I'm like, let's just quickly get it done, nuke it with heat. Um, I guess I personally haven't experienced any excess heating of like changing the disc or warping the disc. So
That's good.
I've, at least from my perception, I haven't had any issues with that. But I know if you do get the disc too hot, you can, like, I don't want to say bend it, but warp the flight
warp
plate.
it,
Yeah.
and it'll and I mean that's like why it's an issue to why it's like not a good idea to leave your discs in the car on a hot day, or at least put them in the trunk. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I still get sketched out about that, but I totally do it because
It's just easy and convenient.
yeah. In the trunk, it's at least better than in the car. I don't know. I haven't had too many issues this year, at least.
So for your heat, is it just kind of guessing? Do you have like a digital thermometer, or just use your hand? Like,
I've gotten like pretty good at judging. I have a really bad digital like infrared thermometer, and I need to buy another one, but I've been procrastinating that. But like honestly, like I pretty much have them set where they're at, and I don't really move much, so I know I got a pretty good feel. Like I'm not like I don't know like some people are very particular about
scientific.
Yeah. Like 105 degrees. Like who is it? At Functional Discs, Jay Kennedy. That dude is like one of the best fucking cell dudes around.
Yeah.
But like I've seen him talking about how like specific he is with his temperatures, and I'm just like respect. I can't do that because that's not me. But I got respect for that guy, dude.
Yeah.
Like that shit's nuts.
Nice.
Like, but I just like have a feel for where they're at, and like sometimes I'll lower it a little bit, and like normally it works out. I get some bubbles here and there, like but
Yeah.
where I'm definitely honing in like a pretty clean, smooth way. Like I feel like
Yeah. I feel like I'm still a noob at this, and I do get bubbles, and it's kind of disappointing when you pull it out of the bed and you see the bubbles. Sometimes the bubbles work to your advantage because that kind of looks cool.
yeah, that's my favorite.
Yes.
Like
Happy accident.
yeah, and sometimes you can make something out of the bubbles too. Like, and I don't know. I feel like it's so hard. Like sometimes like it's so hard to escape like a couple of bubbles for me. Like I'm pretty like sometimes I do it, and it's like, but there's always like at least like the littlest tiny one on like the edge or something. Like
Yeah. Do you do anything specific to mitigate the bubbles?
Typically I just creme brulee the whole deal, and that works pretty well for me. I do that for like to draw out the cells if I have like silicone oil in the bed too. So it's kind of like a double whammy. Or like I'll let my Floetrol beds and lotion, I feel like you got to be kind of careful with heat too. I don't do a whole lot of straight up lotion these days though. It's usually some sort of combo.
Gotcha.
But like for like the flow ones, or if I got like white glue down and flow on top of it, because I do that sometimes. Like those ones I'll let get warm, like not too long, but I'll let them sit under the light for like a couple minutes before I put the disc in. I don't know if that's just like not effective, to be honest with you, because I haven't like tested the theory, but it seems like it kind of sets everything up. Like you don't want to wait too long, because then I feel like you can get like frozen like Crispies at the top of the bed. You know what I mean?
I've kind of noticed that with the clear glue, is like the top becomes a skin.
Yeah. And I feel like like there's just this little layer. It's fascinating, man. It really is.
Yeah. I remember my first lotion bed, boy howdy, there was a lot of bubbles. And again, I'm impatient, so I just kind of send it right away. I didn't let it sit, but I did like try to tap it down to get the bubbles out. But yeah.
I'm pretty impatient too. And it's like it's like sometimes I don't have like a whole lot of time to get after it, like on the table. So like I think that's a lot of like that's a lot of my disc golf shortcomings are impatience too. It's like, all right, breathe, slow down, think about your shot. Like it's all the same exact thing, dude. Yeah. Like it's like, all right, don't just go. Like it's all the same, man.
Yeah, slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Or is it far?
Well,
I think it's far. Whatever, man. You were right.
Fast and
you
far.
were right the first time. It's fast now, dude.
You get the idea, yeah. What do you, for your cells, for silicone oil, what specifically silicone oil do you use?
I use dimethicone oil. I can't remember the brand off the top of my head. I don't think it's like a name brand, no.
How is the viscosity?
That's what I see a lot of people way better than me at cells using, and it works for them. It's starting to work out better and better for me because like my ideal cell is like the big ones, you know,
like the chameleon cells.
Yeah, like not necessarily. I would love to try that. I don't know how they do that.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah. I got to look into that more. I think that's something about some 3-in-1, but like I literally have just seen that word in comments and I haven't followed that. But I like that's been one of those things on my list of things to try out. But yeah, I just use the dimethicone oil and it's very difficult to get the big cells for me still. I'm pulling it off more and more, but it's not. They're definitely not like anything like some of the masters like. But I'm getting better at it. It's tough. It's not easy. It's definitely it's taking a lot of trial and error for sure.
I feel like cells are the hot thing. They're like, oh my god, you did cells. It's so cool. What in your mind? What makes it cool?
To me, I just like it like. And yeah, like, because that's honestly why I got into it, because you see more and more of them. And it's like, and I think when you find out, like, when you try to send one and it just does not go right, you're like, oh, that's why that's so intriguing, because how do you guys do that? Yeah. Like, it's like when you see somebody, like, sink 100-footer, like, it's nobody's business, and you're just like, all right, show me.
Yeah.
Like, and they can't show you. Like, they can just be like, well, I kind of just do this, and you try to do that, and it's like, no.
Yeah. I really want to try cells. I have not dipped my toes into that yet. I got like the jugs of Floetrol, so
it's a good time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I encourage you to do so. You're in the Dyers group, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah. I see all that stuff. I'm like, that's really good. Damn.
Yeah, I just like to I've been forgetting about it lately, just out of having so much going on in real life, and like that. But like, I try to always go back there and just like, all right, absorb information, like, because there's so many masters in there, man.
Yeah. Do you have a must-have accessory that you can't live without for dyeing discs?
For dyeing discs. That's a tough one. I think it's I have this like it's like it used to hold like a mini tire pump, like a hand pump for like a bike, but it used to hold the like part that you screw on to the end of it, and it's like a straw. It's like a big straw about this big with a little hole at the end. And I use it to blow, and I like wash it out like all the time. And probably that thing or that's a good question. I'm really thinking about this one. I like that thing or like popsicle sticks.
Yeah.
Popsicle sticks are like I'm always trying to be stacked up on popsicle sticks. You a Magic Eraser guy?
Yeah.
Big Magic Eraser guy.
Yeah.
But you gotta be careful, but like yeah.
Yeah. You get the off-brand that are like a couple cents a piece.
You got to be careful with the off-brand stuff.
Really?
Too.
Why is that?
Well, like there's some that work fine. But like I recently got, I want to say I don't remember which off-brand it was because I do be buying off-brands. Like I ain't got that kind of like, like, but it was one of like it might have been dollar store or it might have been Great Value. I don't remember, but like now like they're coming to get us. But they were just so bad. Like they kind of just didn't like they get real soft and clothy. Like they don't really work anymore after like a couple scrubs. And it's like the big squares, you know, like because like they have like the smaller ones that are kind of like curved.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was like those ones didn't work, but there's some off brands that are like the same.
Yeah,
you know,
I think I got like 100 pack off of Amazon for like $10 or something.
That's chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to buy the box because you're going through them. Is there anything else that's like a thing I can't live without? No, I really don't think so.
Yeah, no, that device that you use to blow. That's interesting because I've tried many different ways and devices to effectively blow my dye around without passing out and doing good. Like straws, no, not really. I used syringes with the syringe part out. Whatever.
Yeah, I've done. I like that.
Yeah.
You got to get the big like I like a big like baking one. You know, like. That worked. I used one of those for a while when I lost my little like bike tire thingy, but I found it, so I stopped using that one again.
Yeah, I might be a diva, and I might get like a little airbrush thing.
Dude, I've been considering it.
Harbor Freight, I think it's like $80.
$80 at Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
Dude, I was just talking about Harbor Freight today at work because there's these specific Long Allen sockets that they only got at Harbor Freight, so I got to go to Harbor Freight, and like they got them at Home Depot, but they got the ball on the end, and know about that ball, dude. That ball is not good news. Like I'm good on the ball.
Well, if you do go to Harbor Freight, check out the.
I might have to. I might have to because I've been seeing some on Amazon, but they're a little sketchy. One of my buddies has an airbrush that he got off Amazon. I can't remember what he paid for it, but I've been looking at those. And it's like, man, but if I buy all these parts and it breaks.
Yeah, I mean, it is Harbor Freight, so I cannot vouch for the quality.
But warranty.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
I got to go inside a Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
I think that's what I got to do.
Yeah. Well, on your way home, it should still be open.
Is there a Harbor Freight on the way back to Milwaukee?
Yeah, Waukesha. Right at that big interchange.
Oh.
It's like a couple blocks west.
All right.
Yeah.
We might hit the Harbor Freight.
I think it's next to Kohl's.
There was something else I need from there too.
There's a lot of things, but yeah. I can go down a rabbit hole talking about Harbor Freight.
I love all right, last thing about Harbor Freight. I love like you ever just look through all the kits that got a missing 10 mil? You're just like, dude.
Nice. If you need a tool, but you're not going to use it a lot or once, Harbor Freight is a good place because it's cheap.
True.
Some stuff's decent quality, but most of the stuff's kind of...
It's pretty much all garbage. But like you can usually, a lot of it you could just take back and they'll break open a full kit just to give you that one piece, which is honestly sick. Because like the way that I realized it is like there's certain things that you need to be nice. And there's certain things that you're going to be keeping buying regardless of if it's nice or not because it's just something that's going to continuously break. And those things are Harbor Freight things.
Yes. All right. Next topic called Die Another Day. What are some of your dying fail stories that may encourage others to keep it up after hearing that the pros have off days?
The pros? Well...
So what have you messed up? Like, oh my gosh.
I don't mean to, I don't know. That just, a lot.
Yeah.
Like I've had some fails. Let me think about like, okay, so I tried to dye, when the Royal Rage 2s came out, I got like 2 or 3 maybe green ones, and I like when I was newer because they're vapor plastic and that's super dyeable plastic. Green is not a super dyeable color, and I found that out the hard way on those Royal Rages. They both ended up getting blacked out, or maybe I sold one of them real cheap. I think I like sold one of them real cheap. It was it was passable, but it was not good.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was yucky, dude. Like I don't even remember what colors I tried to put in there. But and like some people treat their green with like zest first before they bed it, which to like lighten it up, and I tried that, didn't help. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't remember what my ratios were back then. I don't know them now, but like I don't know if it was just that or like just because I was fairly new at the time, but that that was bad. Ended up getting blacked out, and then I yeeted it at Sandy Knoll, so it's probably still in the woods because it's so black. But let's see. I definitely, I think I ended up, there was one that was like a commission early on, and the guy was really nice about it, but like I tried to bed a clear K1 Sfee or Sfee. I'm not exactly sure how you say that one. It's a great disc though.
Yeah.
But and like the clear bet, like the clear just did not like it took a little bit, but it was like super light, and I was just like, man. And then I spun it pretty cool, but I was like, dude, like what we talked about didn't happen, but like he was like, yeah, but it still looks cool, and I was like, all right, you like let me like try and spin it or like something, and it ended up looking all right. Like I like a good like clean spin.
Yeah.
Like I'm not the best at Sun Chaser. Milwaukee represent is one of the best spin dyers around, dude. That guy kills it.
Nice.
For real. Yeah, but like I spin like edges of certain things, and like I'll do like a full spin like once, and that's a lot of fun.
I like spin dyeing because you can hide your mistakes, like on the edges. If it looks kind of icky, just like I'll just put some color on there.
Yeah. And sometimes it's just like the smallest little bit of edge like gives it that like finish.
Yes, exactly.
But sometimes it ruins it. Like sometimes you don't want, like if it comes out like clean, like you don't even want to.
Yeah. But
yeah.
So speaking of disc colors, besides white, what is your favorite color to dye?
I'm really still aiming to have white for dyeing purposes, but I do like there's like an off-white, I can't remember what they call it. There's an off-white baby blue that's like very, very, very light blue K1 that Casoplast has. I really like dyeing that. It'll like if you hit the colors just right, it'll just put that little tint on everything, and it makes it look really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I gotta say that. Other ESP takes like, you can really like, I mean like I've definitely like gone outside of the boundary a little bit on that one, because like it's the one that I've noticed takes like the color matters the least for ESP. Like you can't just send anything, you know what I mean? Or at least I can't. Maybe some people can, but like you definitely can be like, it can be a little more off what you want it to be, and you can still match colors better. Like, or I guess it'd say like it cares about like the color wheel and like how that's supposed to work in real life, like the least out of any other plastic, which is so fascinating to me.
Interesting.
And it takes real good. That's why I like, cause like I used to kind of like jokingly hate on Discraft, but it was mostly just a messing with my buddy thing. Like I never really cared. But like I'll go to above and beyond for a joke for sure. Like, but
I know Randy.
like, well, dude, that got out of hand like before it's too late. It's way too late now. Like
Yeah.
I gotta continue to be Randy. And it's like you either get it or you don't. You either watch Trailer Park Boys or I'm just a guy named Randy, dude. And like I know right away.
Nice.
But yeah, no, like everything negative I ever said about Discraft, I'm gonna have to take back.
Nice. So you did kind of mention your favorite brand. So you like Castoplast and what was the other one?
Discmania.
Discmania?
For Discmania, I've been dying less of. I actually did dye one of those Melflake FD3s that they just put out for the European Open. But I've been dyeing it less just because there's been less availability of like Sea Lines, or yeah, Sea Line is like super dyeable, but like it's not my go-to.
Mm-hmm.
And I like dyeing Neo too. Like I'll dye a bunch of Neo, but like I don't know. I've just been kind of feeling K1 lately. Like it's nothing personal.
Yeah. No. Again, I've never dyed it, but I heard it takes dye beautifully.
It does. You have to scrub it a lot more than most other plastics. Like you really got to do some work. But one thing I've been realizing lately is you can play that to your advantage by not scrubbing, by where the stuff you don't want to take that much dye is. Instead of like getting all sticky, using glue. I don't know. Like it's like something I'm still kind of playing with, but like leaving the oil on the area that you want to like stand out more. And it's still there's still something there, but it's like a fade. But like you gotta there's the rings though, and those are ugly. So like you gotta not do circles near there, because then you'll see the little scrub marks.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's something that came to me on by all I did was I just didn't scrub enough at this one part of the disc, and I was like, oh, that worked out. Like okay. Like
No, that is I never heard that before, and that is fascinating. Just it's a mask, but it's natural.
it's new to even me. So I mean, we'll see what happens, dude.
There you go. Shout out session. So who are some of your favorite dyers that you like and why?
Oh, yes, I get to talk about other people that are as crazy as me. Awesome. I definitely We Dye You Fly was the first dyer I saw oh, they doing this, and they're doing the way that they're always on the list. Like I lost that in a dig, but I had to get another one right away, dude. Like they do great work.
Yeah.
And they're big We Dye You Fly guy.
So after we played around that morning, I played with them in the afternoon.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
I've never met them in real life. They seem nice.
They are. They're a
Cool.
bunch of ladies.
Do they live out here?
Yeah, they live in Waukesha.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm a big fan of their work and them as people.
Yeah.
They're both great. They're
Absolutely.
both great. Obviously, I've never met them in person, but we've spoken a lot on the internet. Because one day, I was just all right, I gotta reach out and tell them, because now I'm in this shit. So I just messaged them. I was like, you guys, thanks. But they're great.
Yeah.
A lot of love for them. And then Sun Chaser Eric, who I mentioned earlier, in Milwaukee. I seen this guy at Root River with his 18-month-old rocking around, no stroller. This kid's chilling. Eric's the bomb. Let's see. I mentioned Jay Kennedy, Functional Discs. Keith and Chris from discdying.com, both legends. They're Moogly Dyes, Dyes by Emily. Dude, there's so many good dyers. I feel like now I gotta name as many as I can think of.
List them all off.
I don't know. Dude, there's some real heaters out. Nate Rack, there's some real heaters out there, dude. Fell and Bomb. Yeah. Yeah, dude. A lot of great. I'm trying to think of other people. Midwest Dye Labs.
Yep.
He be doing
Max.
good work. Pasty Dries. Everybody knows Pastry Dyers. Like, he's out
Yes.
here killing it, dude. Like,
Absolutely.
oh, what a awesome thing he's got going on, dude. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm just forcing it if I think of more at this point.
Yeah.
But I named a good amount.
Yeah. Well, if you excluded any, don't take that personally.
Oh, and also Wave So Groovy Disc Golf. For putting on Dyers. I'm about to be in a tournament. You're about to be in that tournament too.
Yes, we are.
You're on the stencil bracket, man. Yes. Like I am so here for the group chat.
Yes.
Like if one of you group chat people got this far, dude, I like the group chat has made my life. Like I like you guys a lot, and it's a lot of fun. I don't even care what happens at the tournament, dude. I like you guys. But yeah, nah, like that's been great. I'm excited. It's a bracket style tournament.
Yeah, I haven't started mine yet.
When's yours due?
I think it's September 10th, I think.
Oh, you got time.
I do.
Ours is due tomorrow.
Yeah.
I sent mine in like last week.
Yeah, I still have to figure out the idea that I want to do.
You got it, dude. You got time.
Well, now there's pressure that I have to live up to with like the Trash Panda dyeing contest.
Oh, what happened with that? I remember that, but I don't remember what happened with that. That was real, dude. There was some heaters on that contest too.
Yeah. So.
Oh, dude, yeah. Well, Wave So Groovy did one before. I think this is the second Wave So Groovy one, or maybe it's even the third. I've seen at least one though.
Yeah.
And I think Eric was a part of that one. Sun Chaser was a part of that one.
I think so.
Yeah, but like it's just been fun. Like I really like, cause like I don't have like I pretty much do this alone.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, like I have like my people, you know what I mean? But it's like most of the time, like the way my schedule works out, I gotta get home to the kiddo. So I got time for a round. I ain't got time to wait for a homie. Like, and it's like that's just how it is. But like I don't mind, but it's like really, really nice. And disc dyeing was just kind of like my venture for the longest time. And it's like super nice to be connected with like more people that are into it. Like
yeah, no, I agree. And one of the reasons why I started this podcast is to share Dyers with other Dyers.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Dyers hanging out. Like whether it's electronically or in person, it's nice, and I don't know, it's pretty cool. Like it's like a whole nother, it's like there's like your disc golf friends, which are like a special thing, and then it's like now I got disc golf dyeing friends, dude. Like that's so cool. Like
it's like best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's great. It's
nice.
Great.
So I know you mentioned we fly, you die.
We die, you fly.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Do it again. Edit it out.
We die, you fly.
There you go.
Yeah, but now it's just awkward of me saying it really slowly. Anyways, were there any other influential people that you learned from or that inspired you to die?
I feel like I've definitely taken like inspiration from a lot of people. It's a little bit of a lot of different techniques, and I honestly like the thing is it's all people's names in where I get most of my information, so I don't always know. Like I think I can associate names now with the people that I know, but like I feel like I've taken a little bit of like all the legends, like the stencil guys, like not as much, just because like I can't sit still. Like I I'm doing pretty good right now. Yeah. But like I don't know, like it's like I'm just you have low patience for the like waiting for the time. Like I ain't trying to sit there and be careful enough to get that stencil on there, dude. Like like shaking hands and stuff. Like I don't know. So it's like mostly like just anybody that I see can like having really cool beds. I'm like, how'd you do that? Like it's been a lot of Jay Kennedy, a lot of there's a real OG, I believe, Toma or Tom Noland. It's Toma on Facebook, but I don't know them in real life, so I don't know if that's their actual name or just like. And I'm always like not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm Randy Leahy on Facebook, so like. You know, like yeah. So like, but like that person. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, uh, yeah. I feel like other than specifically like those kind of people,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of just been a ballpark of like my own thing.
Yeah.
But like I'm still like I'm close enough to like a lot of people that you can kind of see certain things that like I took from what I saw. Like I guess like if you know, but I still kind of just like I've always like I fly on my own little idea of things like in most things.
Mhm.
So like disc dying is kind of the same, and it's like it either is gonna work or it's not gonna work. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna see where it goes though.
So, do you ever get frustrated with dying discs?
Yeah. Yeah. But like not I don't know, yeah. Like there's some times where like I just like I'll definitely like accidentally bite off way more like in the night. Like I'll plan an amount of things that I'm gonna do that night
Mm-hmm.
and I'll like not get anywhere near there. And it's like, dude, I just gotta not do that. Like that's the only thing. It's like I gotta just be like, all right, so I'm gonna start by doing this and this, and it's like I can't think about like, oh, I also wanted to get to this, and this, because it's like I just don't. I gotta like focus on the one thing, and if it's all that gets done, like it's whatever.
Yeah. I feel like I don't have the capacity to die more than one disc at a time.
That's not a bad rule. I should probably be more like you.
Yeah.
I normally stick to like, well, like I don't know. I kind of have like a rotation. Like I won't take on like 4 new projects at once.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't have the space either.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like I don't have. Like I have a 6x6 table in like a closet and like as much condensing of shelves as I can have. And like so like really I get my record player, my 2 lamps,
Mm-hmm.
and I have like a electric skillet over there.
Yeah.
But I haven't been using that as much cuz hot dips are
Mhm.
kind of like even if I stencil now, I've been doing alcohol drop.
Yeah, that I've been seeing a lot of people doing that with the stencils rather than hot dipping, just kind of painting on the alcohol on top.
It's quicker. I mean like you saw that moon when I like it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
I accidentally did it with acetone on another of those same moons, and that went to hell. But I'm gonna throw that one. And it's gonna be cool because it kind of looks cool because it like dripped. Like
Yeah.
it looks like it's like a melting moon, but it's not. You know, like it's like I'm not gonna try and hey, you want to buy this? Like
No, I accidentally learned that acetone eats vinyl.
indeed it does.
I was trying to do a spin dye with masking with the vinyl, and the vinyl started to get really mushy.
Acetone like the nanobots in Agent Cody Banks, dude.
Yes.
How did I think of that?
Yes. It eats everything,
Yeah,
But-
it certainly does.
but it's great for cleaning the grease off of your hands.
You use it on your hands?
It's probably not great for you, but yes.
How much lotion you got to put on after? Because I like
It
spill it on my hand.
sucks all the moisture out.
Yeah, I be having like, cause I forget like I have gloves
Mm-hmm.
that I usually put on when I'm dealing with chemicals, but like 94% of the time I forget to wear gloves.
Yeah, I keep telling myself I probably should wear some gloves.
I have them sitting right there. Like all
Yeah.
I gotta do is grab them and put them on, but I always forget. Like that's just part of it, man.
And speaking of gloves, I find it very difficult to not get dye where it's not supposed to go. Like you get just a little dye on your finger and you touch the back of the plate and you see your fingerprint.
Mhm.
You're like, gosh darn it.
Yeah, dude. When I first started, I definitely started in a way that was like, oh, here's this word again, fluid. I definitely started in a way that was like I thought it was gonna be a lot more of a condensable thing, and I made some messes, some real big messes.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I learned. Now I have a situation that works pretty well. It's like it's a pretty good use of the small space that I have to do it.
Yeah.
But man, I gotta be able to like do a lap, I think. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that would just be nice.
Yeah. It's I would not want to dye a disc anywhere that I don't want dye, which props to you.
I mean, like, it was like mostly the bathroom, but like there was like situations where like I had to like transfer one somewhere. Or I tried to like, I don't know. It's just like it just went wrong. It just went. I was like very drastically underestimating the amount of potency I had sitting in those jars. Like, but I don't think there's like a couple permanent spots, but it's not too bad. Like, I don't think they're gonna ding me on my security deposit. We'll see.
Why is this pink? Yeah.
Like most of them are like so small that like if I'm like all right,
Yeah.
like I don't know, I have to make a case. Like,
Mhm.
but
Words of wisdom. So impart your great wisdom onto people. Do you have any tips or tricks, or what would you do differently if you were to get into disc dyeing today?
that's a good one. I would say don't buy RIT. Some people like are like so there's been so many people that like every time somebody says that, like, going to bat for RIT, and it's like, okay, like if it's your only option and you just want to do something for yourself just to see if you enjoy it, okay. But like I feel like in most places where RIT synthetic is available, iodine poly is also available. If that's not the case, I understand. Like, you gotta use what's available to you. But like at least get like iodine poly, I feel like, because it's just like it's just like, and I mean, like, I don't know, like if you can, like, ProChem's a little more expensive, so like if you're just trying to try it out, I could understand not wanting to drop it. But like you can get, like, they got like the like little starters on disc dyeing, like they got like, even I think ProChem sells a starter kit on their website, like. But like it's definitely just like it's drastically different quality in my opinion. So I would say, like, just, I don't know, there's a lot of things that you're gonna end up wasting your money on doing it because it costs a lot of money to just do this.
Yeah.
But like just like cut some of the early ones out, and well, at least some of the things that I just, because I was just winging it, so like, but other than that, I think like it's like, you don't have to adhere to anybody's rules here. Like, you can do whatever you want, man. Like,
Yeah, this is true.
And like it's like everything is so subjective. Like certain things that people hate, others love. Like, I don't know. The possibilities are truly endless.
Yeah. It's basically art, but you don't necessarily have to be an artist to do it.
Yeah, it really is. You gotta be something.
Yeah.
What? Some of these motherfuckers are artists.
Yeah.
Like that lady from Madison.
Yep.
How do you say her first name? You've probably met her.
I did, and I don't want to say it because I don't want to mess it up.
I don't want to mess it up either. Like, I don't like. Is it?
This is how I die. Yes.
Her.
Yes.
Is it Kateri?
Kateri.
Kateri?
I believe so.
Oh well.
I apologize. If I
Yeah, we
said
have
that
so much
wrong.
respect for you. Like, if you hear this, like, we're not trying to be rude.
Yeah.
Like, she's insane.
Yes.
That's an artist.
Yeah. The first time I noticed her was I was watching T Diddy video where she was a guest dyer, and she did a cow, and somehow I think she said that she was from Wisconsin. It's like, okay, Wisconsin, a cow, that makes sense. Then I was like, okay, she's from Wisconsin. Maybe I'm just gonna message her to see what's up. And yeah, we got chatting, and she's a really cool gal, and she has her trade secret technique.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's them stained glass ones, dude.
Yeah.
That's an artist.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like it doesn't matter how good you are, they're all still humble.
Yeah. I think that's one of the best things about like disc golf in general. It seems like
Yeah.
there's few places where like because even in all levels of music, like, I don't know, like there's a lot more like separation sometimes. But like in disc golf, like there's the least amount of separation between, like, I'd say pros and important people, and like you know, people that are considered like, you know, like, oh, like this is the person that like we learn from, or like whatever. There's the least amount of separation between those figures and like the rest of disc golf.
Yeah. I guess, is there anything that you want to plug? Like,
I mean, other than like my personal pages,
yeah, if you want to.
well, or my dying pages, I guess. I don't really.
So
I don't need to.
where can people find you?
They can find me on Instagram at 414 Custom Die. You can find me at discdying.com. You just search 414 Custom Die. I'm on Facebook, 414 Custom Die, but I use Instagram the most. I'm starting to use Facebook more, but Facebook is a little bit too negative for me sometimes.
Yeah.
So I like Instagram's way more like glamorous and like shiny, which is annoying, but it's way more positive. So I'd stay on Instagram more.
Yeah.
But I do try to use my Facebook more because I know a lot of people like reach for that first. But yeah, at 414 Custom Die. It's all the same. I don't have a Twitter. Maybe I should make a Twitter.
Yeah, I've never gotten to Twitter. I like Instagram because it's photo based, and I think that lends really well for dying discs.
It works better. I have TikTok too.
Oh, nice.
But like TikTok's kind of whatever. I like TikTok actually. I'm not even gonna lie. TikTok be having me like laughing a lot.
Sucks you in, never gets you out. So I'm gonna ask, are you gonna have any courses on Disc Golf Dyers Guild?
I'm gonna try.
Yes.
I'm down, but I gotta figure out how to explain this in a way that isn't like completely ridiculous. Because if I just were to like try and go ahead and explain like right now, if you were to walk into my like area right now, like that would be like, dude, like editing ain't gonna fix that. Like I gotta figure it out, but I will figure it out, and it's probably not gonna be that hard. It's just like, dude, I literally like it's all feel.
Yeah.
Like I just feel or see, and like,
so how do you do this? Well, I don't know. You just kind of feel it and hope for the best.
Like I do, like I've done like tripod cell phone videos, and that's like the best way that I can show. Like, but I've done pouring. I haven't gone so far as like mixing, but like my mixing is literally like, a little more, all right, a little more, and then like some lotion to cut it, and then like stir.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it's just all whatever, like flying by, whatever it looks like. And if it's too dark, add a little more. You know, I got big cups.
Yeah.
Like, what am I gonna have? Too much dye? I'll just save it for later. Like, you know, like that's the way I look at it.
Yeah. So, well, I look forward to your course and working with you to get that up.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and set up, because like right now, like it'd be really hard to like. I'm gonna try and set up some sort of mobile area, because I feel like if I brought like something here, it'd be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because like you'd be like on my bed, like it's like there's not a lot of space right there. I feel like it could work, but it would take a lot of fucking, you know.
Yeah. Obviously for filming it would work here best, but I feel like it may take you out of your element, if that makes sense, because you're so used to your space and how that all operates.
That's true.
Then bringing it here would be like a slight variable.
What if I brought the table?
Sure.
And like all the shit that comes on top of the table. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm totally, but well, I do think that I might be able to expand the space at some point. I think I'm a storage unit up. I think that's the move.
Yeah.
Because that'll be pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, at least enough room to like set up multiple tables, and then I can be like, well, over here, like, you know, Rachel Ray it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I wish I had a bigger studio. Not saying that this space isn't bad, but
I don't think you got enough, dude. No, yeah, this is sick. Like you got the absolute loft up in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody could use more space.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for being the first guest on
Yeah,
Dying
dude.
to Listen.
It's been fun. I actually I thought I was gonna like be a lot more awkward, but this was fun.
No, yeah, it was great conversation.
Yeah, I'm
so.
glad I came on, dude. And it's been nice to hang out with you a couple times too. Like we both played like shit at the river the other day. Like that was cool.
Yes.
Like, yeah, that was fun.
So.
Hell yeah, dude.
Alrighty. Well, that concludes the first inaugural episode.
All right, let's get after it.
Toodles.